Hey everybody, this is Mitch from HarperCollins. We're a publishing company in New York, and I'm here to tell you about some of our stuff that we're doing at San Diego Comic-Con. So, one book we're offering this year is Neil Gaiman's new picture book. It is awesome. Some interior for you. This has been a huge hit here, and we're also giving away a free poster with it. Another one that has been a huge seller is Three Dark Crowns, about three sisters each with their own magical powers, and they have to compete against each other to take the throne. So this has been a great one. We're also giving away free copies of the sequel, One Dark Throne. So check for that in September. Also Nimona, which is a graphic novel about a shapeshifter who teams up with a villain. So this is a big hit. This is actually our last one that we have in the booth. And then also Dan TDM, who is a big YouTuber. He came out with this graphic novel that's awesome. Such a nice guy. Such a great book. And we have so many other titles. Megan Whalen Turner, this book just came out, and she'll be here in our booth doing a signing tomorrow, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And we have a lot of other great titles over here. Some Victoria Aveyard, Dividing Eden, Joel Charbonneau, just a bunch of different graphic novels, YA, teen, picture books. So it's been great so far, and that's pretty much it for us. So,
what was your favorite book when you were a teen?
My favorite book when I was a teen, I would definitely say Harry Potter. The Harry
correct
Potter
answer.
series, yes.
Do you have a favorite Harry Potter?
Ooh, movie, I'm gonna say, this is, a lot of people don't like this one, and it's very controversial, but I'm gonna say Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Oh, agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my favorite book is for sure Goblet of Fire. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm the host and creative director of the Nerd for a Living family of podcasts, podcasts for the ambitious nerd. So what we do is we talk to working professionals in pop culture and genre-related industries about how they got into it, what they do for a living, and they can give anecdotes and personal advice on how other people pursuing those careers can get into it as well. So the Nerd for a Living podcast is our flagship show. It's been around for 4 years, and we talk to it's largely focused on like TV and film these days. But it also covers gaming, and we talk to comics people, and pretty much anywhere in nerd culture it's there. And then just a couple of months ago, we launched a couple of new shows that are a little bit more focused, but have the same overall principle, and that is Fictitious, which is all about writing for genre storytelling. So that's sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and every genre bending and blending kind of story in between. So we're talking to artists, to authors, and publishers, and editors, and anybody who works in that industry. And then Animation Invasion, which is all about crews and cartoons. And so, which is very, very close to my heart as a huge animation fan. And so we talk to people who work in that industry, from voice actors to showrunners to artists, anybody who's involved in it. So the hub for all those things is nerdforaliving.com, and you can find everything about those shows there. But they're also on Apple Podcasts, so if you search in iTunes on your app, you can find it. And we're also on Google Play and a handful of like Stitcher and TuneIn and those other places. So if you go and check them out, they're all there. They're all free, so you can get involved with it. But like I said, if you just want to find out everything about us, it's nerdforaliving.com.
Do you have a piece of advice you would give to a nerd looking to make a living as a nerd?
So the first thing is just to start. If you've got something that you're passionate about, and the question that we hear from people all the time is that they're like, "Oh, I would love to work in this industry in some fashion or another, but I don't know how to do that, or I'm not sure where to get going." Like just pursue the the thing that you enjoy, but that you do well. A lot of times people will say like follow your dreams. I think it's more effective to say to follow your skills to your dreams. Figure out what you do well and what you enjoy doing, and then figure out how you can use those abilities in the industries that you're most passionate about. So it's the, sometimes people would be like, oh, it'd be so cool if I could be a writer on something, but I'm not a writer. Like, well, what do you do well? Do you draw? Do you do production design? Are you an accountant? If you're an attorney and you're like, oh, but I like to work at nerd stuff, Marvel needs attorneys, Blizzard needs attorneys, like there are all aspects of careers in these industries, and it's just a matter of finding your niche in it so that you can be working in something that you're actually passionate about.
I'm Mike Collins. I'm a pre-production artist for DreamWorks TV, working on Netflix shows. I'm also a self-publisher of kids' books, and just an all-around nerdy artist.
That's awesome.
I'm here as a guest of Nerd for a Living, having done a couple panels with them, as well as been interviewed for the podcast itself, doing a signing of my kids' book, The ABCs of Halloween, as imagined by Lucy. The book itself has little Lucy trying to figure out what she wants to be for Halloween, and using each letter of the alphabet as a different costume to imagine what she would look like. We've turned it into not only a hardcover book, but also an interactive app that's available on iTunes for the iPhone and iPad, and we're beta testing it for the Android right now. All that information can be found at tikimachine.com. That's my social media moniker. I'm known as Tiki Machine, so that's my deal.
How did you get into that field?
I started out in comics and ended up, I always wanted to work in animation since I was a kid, and so my focus has been how to get there, what to do. So I was able to intern at Cartoon Network when I was in college, and then I turned that internship into a job as a PA, and then I turned that job into a paid artist for Cartoon Network, and I was there for a couple of years, and I've been bouncing around ever since.
Was there a title you noticed as a kid that really inspired you?
Not so much a title as just the idea of being paid to draw stuff that I would watch on TV was very appealing. So.